What is the weirdest thing and so admitted to liking about you? Weirdest thing, she pointed out a random mole on the line of my receding hairline that she likes and named Guacamole the Third. That my dick wasn't too big for her. I was a really cute baby and she wants babies that look like I did. Those weird fleshy bumps I get on my cheek when I smile. My stare? I don't know, I just make eye contact, and I don't really smile too much so it looks like I'm brooding. That I'm naturally not hairy. Nothing wrong with that, I'm repping for the hairy guys out there. My wife loves it. I used to trim but she actually requested I grow my chest hair out. Everyone's different. How kind I am to animals. She said my fingers look like claws. My forearm muscles. I'm a girl. She liked how I took my shirt off. To a point one night she was drinking and made me take my shirt off 6 goddamn times. My now wife admits the reason she liked being near me was because I smelled like Mexican food. Not sure if it's insulting or awkward that I never realized I smelled like beans and tortillas. I have a dimple in my ass cheek. She calls it my man in the moon. She wants to go for a dip in the chocolate factory. My fluffy, as she calls it. The patch of hair that grows between my belly button and the top of my underwear. Whenever I take my top off, she makes this "you" noise as she skips over to stroke the fluff. Kinda weird, but hey, if it keeps her around. That I had no butt. I had back with crack, as she put it. My hands. She said she liked the veins in them. Crooked, chipped teeth. And yes, she thinks Steve Buscemi was pretty hot in his younger years. My scarred hands. Apparently they manly, when in reality they are just busted. My girlfriend says she likes my collarbone. Is this a thing? My eyelashes. That I don't care when she punches my chest. She's small. I boxed heavyweight. She grew up in a very delicate, physically gentle culture and thinks it's so much fun that she can't hurt me. I had to teach her some form so she didn't break a wrist. My back. I grew up on a farm lifting everything the wrong way and it paid off, lol. I don't understand why they like my hands. Every woman I've met always really liked my hands. I mean, they're just hands, most of us have 2 of them. I really don't understand why people like hands so much. That sometimes I get fluff in my belly button. Especially with new clothes that haven't been washed before. I kid you not, both my exes like to get it out my button. Weird, but okay I guess. My serious face when I'm reading. My ex was pretty cute about this kind of stuff. It was a lot of focus on my feet. She liked how I positioned my feet when I told a corny joke I was proud of, how I did tippy taps when I was excited about something, etc. My armpits. She really likes my armpits and says she wants to lick them. Well, okay, I've learned that there's a lot of women who like men's armpits and there's a lot of women roaming around in AskMen. Few things stick out to me. One night she did not pace herself drinking and she lived kinda far and I was exhausted to drive that far. So I took her to my house while I still lived with my parents. I tucked her in my bed and she takes a deep breath and says, it smells like you. I have ulcerative colitis, so I wasn't sure if it was some rank underwear or what it was and I had no idea how to respond. I closed the door and slept on the couch. My girlfriend told my parents, the first time she met them, it wasn't expected for all of us to meet that day, it just came as circumstance, that one thing that she really admired about me, was the fact that I take my contacts out of my eyeballs every night. The fact that I don't wear my glasses all the way up on my nose. Someone likes the disappointed teacher look. The shape of my nose, she said women would pay to get it done to look like mine. The women on my mother's side of the family have it like me and it does look good. She always says she likes my giant nuts. That is weird to me. 2 unique ones, different so's. 1 my hip bones that protruded, not the ABS I had at the time, interestingly enough. 2 a tiny patch of hair on my lower back. Hey, whatever blows your hair back. Student and teacher roleplay, but with a detailed storyline and sexy-ass pickup lines before actual sex. There's a mole on my right nutsack and she likes pointing it out before she gives me the suck-guck supreme. A specific facial expression I do by reflex when I'm confused or surprised. How I took my watch off. She knew things were about to get real. Used to do it slow to drive her nuts. Miss those days. She once told me, "Your eyebrows are so nice, I thought you were gay." I guess my eyebrows and the gays should take that as a compliment. My armpit smell. Me. I know I am weird as F. I had an ex who would give me head shortly after a bathroom break because she liked a little flavor on the tip, never understood it, never wanted to understand it, but hey, you do crazy and things for love. So she likes the taste of piss. Me ex used to say she liked my smell. Actually, that makes a lot of sense. You can tell that someone actually likes someone when they likes the natural scent they give off. It's instinctual. My right eye. Apparently it squints different and she likes the way light hits it. And my voice. My nose. It's not even particularly unique. My resting bitch face while I'm working and / or pissed off. She likes when I am interested in things and just talk non-stop about them. Most of the time it's things she has trouble understanding. Enterprise networks and 3D printing are just a couple of them, but she will just sit there and listen to me, and when I'm done, she'll simply smile and say, "I love your brain." I don't get it, but watching it work is fascinating. As someone who never got a lot of verbal reassurance like that as a kid, it means the world to me. She said I was safe. It took 25 years to realize she meant safe to cheat on. That took a turn. My feet. My dad bod. Beer belly. My all-time favorite thing about my girlfriend is that she doesn't finish her food at restaurants and dinners. Guess who gets that food? Me. That she likes it when I don't wear deodorant. She keeps saying it stinks but then goes to smell it again and again. If I worked out and got slightly sweaty but wasn't actually moist to the touch anymore, I would want to shower before having sex, but she would always try to get me to citing she loved the smell of me. I never believed this until the day I was laying in my underwear on my phone arguing about letting me shower before having sex, and she grabbed my package and sucked in a giant sniff. It was at that moment I thought. 1. She was F-ed. 2. She was telling the truth. Woman, here my husband has got horizontal stretch marks on his lower back that I absolutely love, much to his amusement. Not a dude. But one of my ex-boyfriends said he loved the way I drank water. I would just gulp it down as fast as I could to try maximizing my hydration intake. But I guess this one dude found it cute instead of horrifying or uncouth. An ex once claimed I have an aesthetically pleasing penis, as in, the right shape, not too much foreskin, just pleasant to look at, I guess. My female hands are really tiny, like think little kid chubby tiny hands, and I've had 2 exes say they love my tiny hands because it makes their dick look bigger in comparison. She likes the smell of my beard. After a long day. The way I walk. My husband said he knew he wanted to marry me the minute he saw me based on how I walk. Cute. One ex loved that I was biteable. Yeah, I don't know WTF that means either, but the biting got annoying. My girlfriend always tells me to shake her hand and introduce myself like she was a stranger. She looks in my eyes and I shake her hand and say, "Nice to meet you, I'm Charles." She loves this. She giggles and melts and makes me do this 6 or 7 times almost every time we see each other. She's just the greatest girl. It was cold and told them they were like an electric blanket. The color of my lips. Apparently they have a super strong tone of pink for a man. Reminded me of the many situations where people asked if I was wearing lipstick, haha. My wife liked me because I made cotton candy at work, and therefore smelled like cotton candy. I'm a woman, but my husband told me he likes that my nostril hairs are ginger.